Have you been part of a workplace where suddenly they are turning the screws and trying to get people back to work in the office in a big way? If so, today's learning snack is for you. I'm Jo Ilfeld, CEO and founder of Insight to Leadership, and recently a good friend of mine called me because indeed her workplace is turning the screws on back to work. And given where her team is located, where her manager is located, and the distance of the office from her house, this is proving to be a really big hardship for her. And she's not alone. I feel like for many of my clients, I'm hearing both sides, either this frustration that people are resistant to coming back to work and wanting your people to come back to work and be in person, or on the other hand, this resentment that either you have to police it, require people to come back to work, or be back to work more yourself, despite the fact that you might have an international team that isn't back when you go back to work. So I've been hearing about this from all sides. And in thinking about it, was thinking about what is the one message that I would like to get across to people about this. And what really comes to me is that this is a great opportunity, whether you are an employee who is frustrated about your company's back to work policy, whether you are a manager frustrated about your employees and their managing of the return to back to work policy. This is a great opportunity for you to really outline with people, your managers, and your direct reports, what does success look like in this role? What am I needing to see from you? And how will we know when we've hit that? So, for some people, there might be actual deliverables that are really important this year. And maybe as a manager, you realize it's less important whether Bobby comes back to the office, but it's more important that Bobby has this deliverable by September 1st, because otherwise it's going to be your head on the line, something like that. So some of it might be deliverables, some of it might be roles. How is your people operating as a leader, as a manager? How is their team feeling about them? How accessible are they? Maybe instead of focusing on how many hours they're spending in the office, you can focus on how they're spending the time in a way that you would most like to see that for success in the role. And similarly, if you're a manager, this can be a great time for you to talk. Sorry, if you're an employee, this can be a great time for you to talk with your management about what success looks like. You're halfway through the year. It's a great time to reevaluate. Are the same deliverables that we talked about in the beginning of January still most important? What other things do you want to see in my role that would be successful? How do you want to see me operating with my team who's local, who's not local, etc.? Because I think a lot of this return to work, what it really masks is people's frustration with the results they're getting. Either the results they're getting with their team, the results they're getting from their manager in terms of feedback. And so a lot of it comes out in frustration of productivity. Where am I most productive? Are people most productive at home or at work? But the really more important issue is, what does productivity look like in this role? And how do we know that I've achieved it? And how do we talk about it a lot so that we both know we're on the same page, both about what success looks like and what the measurements are along the way? So I hope this learning snack has been helpful to you. Probably will still not help my friend who is required to go back to the office, but maybe it'll give her some, at least some good talking points. Have a great day.